audio file comes from USD, being in their USD library. Look in the description of this YouTube video for a YouTube title that you can copy and paste into YouTube in order to be able to see the same exact method that I'm describing and illustrating to you briefly in this video file was predicted on May 9th, 2013, which was just 3 days ago. Okay, I was on my way to Rouse. I predicted in this digital tape recorder what I would hear and how I would probably hear it once I got into Rouse. That was on 5/09/2013. This is on this audio file, and what was described in that video file and the audio file that I made as I was walking to Rouse, what was described in the audio file, and I made a prediction video file before I left to go to walk to Rouse, to walk to the bus stop and then take the bus to Rouse and then go to Rouse. I made a video prediction concerning what I would hear once I got to CBS and Rouse. What I predicted on the video and on the audio file as I was walking to Rouse came true. And I just got done uploading the audio file showing you that I predicted it on my way to the bus stop and then it being caught at Rouse once I got to Rouse. And that video is in the description of this YouTube video. Now, as a result of me preparing to make another video that I planned on putting in the description of that YouTube video, which I'm going to do with this one, I decided to play you some audio files concerning fellow targets. Okay, Guy Potter is in A21. This is A25, and this shows me being at USD. I want you to listen to the very beginning of this audio file. You're going to hear Gang Stalker said in the background, and then you're going to hear, oh my God. And this is at USD Library. Listen closely.
Oh my God, wow. You did a good job though, I tried to get it up too.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Alright, now, the reason why I showed you the inside of this book and how organized stalking is directly mentioned in it is because organized stalking is the same as gang stalking. And the microwave technology that he's talking about is what is known as voice-to-skull technology, where what they basically do is use what is known as the microwave hearing effect. They transmit to every target of gang stalking and organized stalking. You can go to YouTube and type in Jesse Ventura, the Brain Invaders, okay? Conspiracy theory show, True TV. Jesse Ventura, the Brain Invaders, okay? Conspiracy theory show. And you'll find it and you'll be able to watch it. It's about a 49-minute video, okay? Now this right here is an individual who was on Coast to Coast on Valentine's Day 2013, okay, with George Norrie and Roger Tulsis, okay? So what you got to understand here is that these criminal expeditions of gang stalking, organized stalking is another name for gang stalking, and he flat out states it in this book that he had to move several times in order to try and escape it. And listen to this. I want you to look at this. Oh, nope, that's not the part right there. Anyways, you know what he does? He makes a statement in this book about how they entered his apartment and took his blinds off his window and threw them on the floor. Right now, I have in my possession, excuse me please, older digital tape recorders concerning how I was trying to catch the gang stalking that was occurring towards me in Michigan, including in an apartment, the last apartment that I had in Michigan. And as a result of them entering my home in Michigan in this last apartment I had on Monroe Street, what they did was took the blinds off the wall and threw them on the floor. They also refolded my underwear. They did a lot of really weird and crazy and skanked out stuff. They took food out of the refrigerator and put it on the counter. They stole a credit card and then put it back. Yeah. And then I went to the police station to report it about how and I made complaints to the landlord about how they came into my apartment, took the blinds off the window and threw them on the floor. Now this was recorded on digital audio files way back in 2010, before I even came back out to San Diego again for the first time since 2006 on August 8, 2011. I didn't get this book until last week, May of 2013, and in this book it flat out states that what they did to him was the same exact thing. That they entered his apartment, took his blinds off his windows, and threw him on the floor. Because in organized stalking expeditions, they implement the same methods and tactics against every target. You can also go to YouTube and type in John Hall satellite terrorism. Okay? And that's in reference to how they can use different types of technologies to blanket your area that you're at, whether it be a home, apartment, motel room, even your car. And blanket your area, whether, concerning wherever you're at, and as a result of them vectoring your location, whether you're mobile or stationary, with microwaves. And then what they do is interlace within the microwaves radio waves. And as a result, you end up hearing what is known as aerial harassment, which is A-U-R-A-L. Yeah, A-U-R-A-L, which is nothing but audible harassment for you to hear. To get a preliminary introduction or reference to how that can be achieved and how the technology, in its simplest form, is to go to YouTube and type in the audio spotlight. Now at the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance, there's at the very bottom of that webpage, there's 3 PDF links. Remote neural monitoring, remote behavioral influencing technology, and the third PDF link is concerning directed energy weapons. I believe in one of those, the second audio PDF link has to do with the voice-to-skull technology, where they can literally pop voices for you to hear out in your environment as a result of them having your location vectored, okay, using more than likely scalar coordinate systems and Cartesian coordinate systems, okay. And so basically what he did was he wrote a book, and I got this one particular diagram that he's got a couple diagrams in this book. Here shows his implants being caught in his brain, on his hands, and it's just, you would not believe the crimes that are happening to us. And we can get no help because these crimes are protected by the government, okay? Voice-to-skull technology. I got this diagram printed out in my backpack. It was printed out before I even got this book, and there's another one in here that shows how the body is attacked, and I got that printout as well, with psychotronic weapons. Now, psychotronic weapons are nothing but weapons that are used at the electronic level to attack your biology, including your neural activity. Okay, I'm looking for that other diagram. And so that's why they call it psycho, because it attacks your physiological signals, it attacks your central nervous system, it attacks your brain, and as a result, your body is being manipulated, it's being hit with directed energy weapons. I'm looking for that other diagram, I can't seem to find it right away. But there's another diagram in here concerning the, I got it in my backpack, I just don't got it out. But there's another diagram in this book that literally shows the whole entire human body. I'm going to keep looking for it while I'm talking to you. That holds a whole, now at the back of this book, it's got a bunch of patents in reference to how these perpetrators are doing these crimes. The hearing system patent, 4877.9, what appears to be 027. I think that's O. Yeah, that's an O. I don't have my, this right here, communication system and method including brainwave analysis, subliminal message generator, apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering brainwaves, silent it's full of all these patents that they're using. Here's one right here that talks about the global position satellite tracking device, and that's what they're using in a sense to track a target. And most targets are implanted, they don't even know it, okay? A lot of them don't even know it. So at the end of the book, it shows a lot of good, he basically did what most targets do if they got the time and the availability to get to a library, is they start, once they discover what's happening to them as gang stalking, and then they discover about the microwave hearing effect, and then they discover about remote neural monitoring, and then as, oh, here it is right here, no wonder I couldn't find it. Here it is right here. Okay, this shows it's electronic harassment weapons effects. On my it's the same exact diagram, but on my diagram it shows where it says, literally says psychotronic at the bottom. And so the point of the reason why I'm making this a video file is I want you to listen to this, look at this as well. This book right here is called Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office by a Jewel Cranon. Okay? What this individual describes in her book, who lives in a separate state from Victoria Rose. Victoria Rose was a San Diego, you can see right here, she lived in San Diego, California, Chula Vista. Remote neural monitoring is put right underneath where she put her location at, okay? And this is her name. This is her name. It's a documentation file that you can find by going to Google and typing in Victoria Rose, California target, more than likely Chula Vista, right here in San Diego County. Remote neural monitoring is mentioned right in it. And everything she describes in this documentation file, which is at least 3 pages long, right here it says stalked, voice to skull, remote neural monitoring, okay, stalked, and electronic rape is mentioned out throughout this whole entire documentation file concerning what happened to her, her daughter, her mother, and her sister, okay? Everything she describes that happened to her is described by a separate individual to an exact T from this book, the author of this book, okay? So these expeditions are happening to, right now, hundreds of thousands of targets, and voice of skull is mentioned in the book too, okay, in this book as well, okay? So what you got to understand here is that targeted individuals cannot get one bit of help whatsoever because the organized crime in the system is making huge dollars off of these criminal expeditions, which also include human experimentation. Because what they're doing with that is monitoring our physiological systems and our neural activity using the central nervous system as a conduit. And they're basically trying to manipulate our behavior, where we end up at. They literally harvest and sell our emotional clusters that are remotely neurally monitored. John Hall stated that just recently when he was covered on Coast to Coast in January 2013. And also another targeted individual from San Diego was covered on Ground Zero right before, which is another radio show with Clyde Lewis, right before, either the night before or the night before that, concerning the Boston Massacre. Okay, and he said he was going to continue to check into it. But then the Boston Massacre happened the next day, and so Clyde Lewis got distracted with all that. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because I'm a target of this crime, and I have undisputable proof that I am a target of this crime. And I'm going to show you just 2 small tidbits of that proof right now. And I want you to go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman. Learning Disabled Woman catches gang stalker admitting they were sent to harass her, read comments. Now, when you look at this video, what I want you to do, okay, is go to the description of it. Because in the description of this YouTube video is another video. That video that's in the description of this YouTube video was published almost 2 full months before this one. On January 28, 2012, I caught 3 teenagers admitting to me, and as a result, when I had a digital tape recorder running, it got caught on audio file that they were put on the 928 bus to engage in organized gang stalking sensitization methods that I was already describing online. And one of those videos that show me describing what I was putting up with along my routes, almost 2 full months before I caught them admitting they were put on the bus route to engage in behaviors that were exactly described by me at the 928 bus stop when I made a video. That video is in the description of the YouTube video that shows the audio file of the 3 teenagers admitting they were put on a bus to do exactly what I was describing in the video that's in the description of this YouTube video. And all you got to do is look at the statements that I made in the video that's in the description of this YouTube video, the published date of it, and then cross-reference it to this one. Okay? Okay, now, here's another video. It's titled 2/2013, Learning Disabled Woman Catches Another Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass. Okay? And this is its YouTube URL right there. Okay? And this is the previous one up here that was above. That's that YouTube video URL. And this one right here is where an individual was on a corner after I got off the 28 bus route. Okay? He was put on a corner by the San Diego police, by a San Diego police officer by the name of Steve. And he flat out admitted it. And I had a Dorian digital tape recorder on me when he did. It was hidden, attached on my undergarments on my bra, attached in a pouch in my bra, and the microphone extends right below the neck collar. Okay? So just these two videos alone clearly show you that I was subjected to this crime, and that I am being subjected to this crime. And check it out. This video right here in reference to me, a teenager, he looked like he was anywhere between 17 and 23. Okay? The individual that was on the corner who admitted to me that a San Diego police officer put him on the corner, that happened within 45 minutes after I left the San Diego District Attorney's Office to inquire about why they did not reply to 3 separate sent emails to them by me concerning me being assaulted on an MTS bus. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on an MTS Bus." Look at me being assaulted. Then look at how that video was altered. MTS sent me an altered video. The back door is periodically on the wrong side of the bus throughout that 2-minute video. Okay? The rail that holds the mirror is periodically on the wrong side of the bus throughout that 2-minute video. And the reason why they did that is because the perpetrator who assaulted me, we were actually sitting on the opposite side of the bus in real time, in reality. And 5 minutes before he assaulted me, he was engaging in the same exact behaviors that the 3 teenagers admitted to. And that same individual had been on that same bus route on previous occasions engaging in the same behavior. Okay? Also notice, and so I'm going to get back to how the video is altered. So what they did was, the day after the assault, I went down to the San Diego District Police Department, who handles that area where the assault took place at, and I demanded a video. So they had to do what they had to do with the video in order to omit the fact that he was harassing me, because I had already been down to the San Diego Police Department telling them that I was being gang-stalked on buses. 36 hours before that assault, I went down to the San Diego District Attorney's Office and told him I was being gang-stalked on buses, even on that bus route. Okay? And so what they did was, he was harassing me 5 minutes before that assault with his left hand, using gang-stalking solicitation methods. And so I told her, Laura Zizzo, the detective, concerning it. So what they did was, within 10 days of that assault, because that was the first time I got to see Laura Zizzo, I was told the day after the assault that she was assigned to my case but wasn't available. Then on October 19th, 2011, she came out and saw me and said that she saw the video and that it was only 2 minutes long. That in turn told me, and I said, that's bullshit. I go, that video's got to be longer than 2 minutes. But that told me on that date that the video was already altered. Okay, and the reason why they shortened it, see, first what they did was they tried to alter it to make it appear that he was not harassing me at all, by rotating where we were actually sitting at. Yes, yes. So, see, because what they did was out of haste was he was harassing me with his left hand, going like this, and then going like this, and going like this, and then trying to get the guy who was sitting across from us engaged in what he was doing. Because after he did this and all that, he'd be looking at me and then look back at the guy across from him, and was, I was trying to get him involved in something I think he was trying to create. And he was baiting him. And so I told her on the 19th that he was harassing me, but they already knew it, okay? That's why they shortened the video, because I didn't attempt to make a report the day after the assault. But so to make a long story short, they altered this video out of haste. First, I think what they decided to do was rotate it so it couldn't be shown that he was harassing me with his left hand. And then once they rotated it, they still saw that it would have been visible. So then what they then turned around and did was just shorten the length of the video to totally omit what he was doing with his hands. Okay? Yeah. You will also see me tapping my foot on the bus. Now, I made many audio files weeks before that assault occurred, stating that if a perpetrator is sitting around me, no matter where I'm at, including bus routes and trolley routes, and it's been a person who's been used in the past that has been involved in gang stalking towards me, or is currently engaging in gang stalking towards me, I'll start tapping my foot. It was a code in order to be able to silently show any video that a person who's sitting around me has either gaslighted me in the past or is currently gaslighting me. In that 2-minute video, you see me tapping my foot. And I still got the audio files before that assault occurred, showing me stating that that would be a code for the video. A silent code for me to leave, a trace for me to leave. Also, before I got on that bus, I made a statement in my digital tape recorder, something's going to happen here. Because what they did was deliberately and intentionally steer me to get onto another bus. The bus pulled up at the corner from where the bus stop I was sitting at. and it said 928 Fashion Valley. I then get on the bus, and he starts going towards Kearney Mesa. I said, what's going on? I go, I got on the Fashion Valley bus. He goes, this is the Kearney Mesa bus. I go, well, how do I get off the bus then to reconnect with the 928 to Fashion Valley? He pointed to a bus stop, and he said, then go across the street, wait there, and you can catch it. I said, fine. But I already knew what bus I got on. They did this, I believe, because they weren't able to get him to get on the bus until a later time in the date, probably in reference to his schedule, so he could assault me. So I got off the bus, walked across the street, went to a bus stop, and waited there. Okay, and then a guy came up to me and started talking to me, and then about 1 minute before that bus came, I made a statement in a digital tape recorder. I made a statement in a running digital tape recorder. I said, something's going to happen here. I go, I bet you $10 something's going to happen here. And within 1 minute, the bus came, and within 8 minutes, he got on it, and within 2 minutes after that, I was assaulted by him. Okay? And why would they flip and rotate the video? The reason why the back door's on the wrong side of the bus is because we were sitting on that side of the bus that the front door and the back door is normally on. Okay, and he was harassing me with his left hand, doing this and going like this, and making, you know, smirky facial remarks. Okay, and so again, what they did was they decided to just, at first, I think what they decided to do was just alter the video to see if, as a result of altering it, they could say he's not harassing you with his hands at all. And then when they seen even after altering it and flipping it and rotating that wouldn't work, what they did was they just shortened the length of the video. Okay, now you can see that they rotated the back of the bus by looking at how the back door is periodically on the wrong side of the bus. They also altered the front part of the bus as well in order to be able to make it look like the front and back were working together in reference to the same bus route. But it wasn't, because they took the actual people that were in the front of the bus off the bus. Yes, yes, because there was one girl on there that got on the bus. I think it was, I don't know if it's before or after he got on the bus, and she had gotten on the bus before, and she got on the bus right at the street from the San Diego Eastern Division Police Department. Okay, she wasn't even on the video, and other people that were on the bus were not on that video. Okay, my name is Leslie Williams, so all you gotta do is look at how the back door is periodically on the wrong side of the bus, and how the rail that holds the mirror is also on the wrong side of the bus when you see the back door being on the wrong side of the bus, and how that mirror is backwards. And the reason why they did that was because he was sitting in the back on the same side as I was, but he was sitting right next to the back door, and the rail is right next to the back door. So in order for them to flip and rotate it, they had to also flip and rotate the rail and the back door. Yeah, they made it out of haste, because she told me within 8 days of that assault that the video that she got from MTS was only 2 minutes long. So they altered it right away. Okay, I'm in San Diego, California, and the way he was gaslighting me, and the way those 3 teenagers admitted that they were put on the same bus route on January 28, 2012, the way they were gaslighting me is exactly what I tried to describe to the San Diego police on August 18, 2011, one day after they had me brutally assaulted on an MTS bus stop. Yeah. The San Diego police are directly involved in this crime. This video right here proves it. 2/2013, learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass. And this is why I can't get no help. The San Diego District Attorney's Office will not investigate this video. I went down there on February 20th, 2013, which is the same date I caught this individual. And I asked to speak to Bonnie Damascus. They sent me some flank out, and I said, look, I'm here to inquire about how I was assaulted on an MTS bus, and the fact that MTS sent me an altered video, and then it highly appeared that the San Diego police were obstructing justice concerning it, which leads me to believe that some type of conspiracy is happening. Now, there are laws concerning conspiracy, like conspiracy under the color of authority, obstruction of justice. He looked at me and said, I suggest you go get mental health help because it appears you have some type of mental illness. I said, really? So I seen that conversation wasn't going to go nowhere, so I asked him for his business card, left there, got on the 923 bus at Broadway, took that to Rosecrans and Nimitz, waited for the 28 bus route, got on that bus route to get off at Midway Street, got off at Midway Street, got my bike off the bus, walked to the intersection, and that's where that kid was standing at, who admitted that a San Diego police officer put him on the corner to engage in the same exact behavior that the 3 teenagers admitted to. Okay? Yeah. because a San Diego police officer pulled up in front of us and made a U-turn, and he gaslighted me. So that's why I said in that video, I go, is that him? I go, is that the guy who told you to do that? And he said, yeah. I go, a San Diego police officer put you on this corner? He said, yeah. I go, really? I go, what was his name? He goes, Steve. Yeah. A San Diego police officer pulled right in front of me and gaslighted me right to my face. Yeah, as this guy was gaslighting me and laughing about it. And so I asked him, and he didn't know I had a tape recorder running, and caught it. So how mentally ill am I, San Diego District Attorney's Office? Huh? How mentally ill am I? They're protecting MTS because it was a staged assault. And when you look at this video, look in the description of this YouTube video, you'll see a blog's URL address. Copy and paste it into any search engine. Open it up. And once you open it up, you'll see a attached PDF link titled Assault 11. You will be able to see that I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred in an email file. Yeah, I printed and scanned it and attached it into a PDF link. They went into my Gmail accounts at USD and erased it. But guess what? The day I made it, I also copied and pasted it into a Word document program, and then saved it to a USB drive, which saved the date electronically. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I cannot get one bit of help concerning these criminal expeditions that are still happening to me everywhere I go, including still on MTS buses. Yes, including my bus driver still. I was gaslighted in the Hall of Justice like you wouldn't believe. My name is Leslie Williams. Look in the description of this YouTube video for other videos that will clearly show you this crime is still happening to me, because I just got done uploading some proof before I made this video. I'm sorry I had to talk real fast, but these video cards are... they only hold so much memory. Okay, I gotta go. The only thing I ask and pray for you to do is say a prayer for me, for my safety, and for the factual reality that I hope that these criminals can be exposed for what they are. I'm being gang stalked at Ralph's over at Villa La Jolla Plaza in La Jolla, California, like you would not believe, by management, security, employees, and people coming in acting as patrons. Also at the Island restaurant that's right across the parking lot from it. I'm being gang stalked at my hiking area. They're getting on that sidewalk. And as they go by on their bikes, they're saying gang stalking. Okay? They set up a homeless freak about 300 feet away, and he's saying gang stalking from a distance. And this is all being done to remind me that I'm a target of this crime, while being powerless over stopping it, because the San Diego District Attorney's Office won't do a damn thing to uphold justice. And that's why I said that obstruction of justice is happening. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I gotta go. You have a blessed day, and thank you very much.